Hello. We are in a new, well, we're not even in a new setting. I'm in my room, but like, haha, we're standing. We're not sitting like usual against that wall. So, we're going to talk about two topics pretty much. Today, we're going to be talking about the male loneliness epidemic, and we're going to be talking about passport bros. Let's get into that. Alright, so let's talk about passport bros first. Passport bros. Let's talk about that. So, first off, passport bros, if you don't already know, are pretty much guys who feel that American women are not enough, or that they're too independent in the way that they won't submit to them, or that they won't basically bend at their every whim.
Black American women are the most masculine women on earth, and so like a lot of the times black women, like they'll always ask me like why I'm not dating a black woman, and it's like you know, if I'm going outside and I'm fighting off demons and dragons and trying to provide like the best lifestyle for my future like children and my significant other, like I don't want to come home to another battle at home, right? I don't want to be sleeping next to someone who is like domineering, who's like very like outspoken, like very masculine. Yeah, I definitely prefer Thai women for sure.
And also, let's not even get into that, because that'd be a whole other video in of itself. Just talking about how certain men who do these passport bros, male loneliness epidemic content and all this different stuff will also belittle black women, because black women are seen as so masculine, so manly, I don't want to already be doing work, dealing with people in my regular life, and have to come back home to a whole other battle, talking about with this woman who's so domineering and so dominant in the house. I just like a submissive woman who will pretty much do whatever I want. It's so weird. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time, and honestly, that gives me a good video idea. But let's not even get into that, because that's a whole other topic that could last me like 30 minutes just talking about it. But yeah, I just really wanted to bring that up, because that's like a whole other layer to this onion that is passport bros, male loneliness, and like black women in there with all that masculine, manly, dominant stuff. And it's so they think that going to a foreign country, finding foreign women that do not speak English, and that have different cultures will somehow make their lives better. So they get a passport, they leave the United States of America, go to Puerto Rico, Russia, Taiwan, all those different foreign countries, and will try and find a girlfriend, try and find a wife, because they feel like women here are not wifey material, or just are not good enough to date. And that we're, I guess, bottom of the barrel woman. So they go to another country to find a suitable, submissive woman.
So the passport bros movement is currently trending. Apparently men are going cross seas to foreign countries to find more submissive women. Y'all check out this video.
I told you guys this before, like most girls from the United States don't know and or care about passport bros. Long story short, she was right. It's basically guys going to other countries to find women that are more feminine and submissive and more traditional, more attractive. Colombia,
I get that.
Philippines.
So do you that?
Hey, there seem to be the new wave. Men have been posting clips of some of the catches they've been getting. Y'all check out this dude.
Passport bros, you guys want to hear a success story? Look what I pulled from the old country, right?
So what y'all think about this, man? Grabbing passports, going ahead and teaming up with the bros, and going ahead and bagging a shorty across seas to bring home the mom. Y'all comment below.
Now, what I have found is that when they do this sort of thing, it either goes one of two ways. They get a girlfriend, they get a potential wife, but this girl is not with them for actual love. They're there with them to get to America after the fact, because sometimes the guy doesn't want to stay in the country. They're just there to sightsee. and see who they can find, snatch, and take back to America. However, pretty much that's what they do, and these women pretty much just want to come to America, get like a green card, I guess, and take the guy's money. And the second thing is just that pretty much she just uses him, because it's no different anywhere else. Yes, their culture might be different, but you're an American. She sees money in your pocket. You were able to come here, so you should be able to provide for me, right?
Over there, you see an American guy coming to visit, and you're like, "Oh my God, God is on earth," because of the fact that an American man, quote unquote, can give you anything. Because again, they're from here. Like, so what if you're white? So what if you're black? You're from the U.S. To us, as Dominicans, including myself, meeting a guy in DR or meeting a girl in DR is a big deal for them over there.
Me llamaron de Colombia y yo los voy a buscar en un rato. Me dijo el chuki mío que llegaron los aparatos, 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 que llegaron los aparatos. Me llamaron de Colombia y yo los voy a buscar en un rato. Me dijo el chuki mío que llegaron los aparatos, 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 que llegaron los aparatos. Traicionaste traicionero, aquí tú no eres grato. Tú eres un hablador, eso lo sabemos hace rato. Tú no mueves nada, tú estás frisado como un retrato. En la calle la de pegón. Rompiendo el escenario como la dilema Gregor. Si tiene 30 Gregor, lo que tengo parado. De mujeres de redes ya estoy cansado. Que traigan Filipinas, Uruguay y Panameña. Llevo el
And then all of a sudden, because she has financial needs, all of a sudden she isn't top tier woman anymore. It's kind of weird, guys. I don't know. That's usually how it goes. But usually these guys are talking about how women aren't anything. Women here in America aren't fun anymore. They aren't submissive. They aren't blatant. They don't just do whatever. They don't want to go 50-50. They aren't they just aren't someone that they think would be suitable for them. So they think going to another country will help in that endeavor. But the thing that I find weird about passport bros is just like, is the fact that they go out of the country with this viewpoint that women from other countries, simply because possibly their cultures are different, because they don't speak English, because they aren't used to the American way of life, that they will somehow be more submissive and more not wanting to use them, even though American women don't really like. I don't know. It's weird because they think, they almost fetishize these women, thinking that they're gonna be these cute like people who are just gonna listen to whatever because they don't speak English very well. They'll be able to get away with things. You know, it's just a really weird mindset that they have about going to these other countries and finding women. And they also go to these other countries because of stereotypes. They hear stereotypes about these different women from other passport bros or guys who just don't find American women suitable anymore. And they go to these other countries thinking that, oh yeah, I'll have the best life ever here, and I will find that perfect woman who will cook, clean, do everything for me, or whatever their goal is with going to these other foreign countries, and find a girl that will love them for who they truly are. And then it goes like, it just goes backwards. It backfires on them. I find it strange. I don't know, guys. I find it weird. But passport bros are just really interesting to me because I think it kind of moves into because these guys who go to these other countries, they have habits. They have things that they want to not do. They have things that they don't want to have. They don't want to have a certain standard that they have to appease to when it comes to American women being just kind of done with the average guy, wanting something better, not wanting to struggle, not wanting to have their quality of life literally lowered by the fact that they're in a relationship. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, you should never have your quality of life lowered because you're in a relationship with somebody. You should be able to either still live the quality of life you were before when you were single, or elevate in some way with that person that you like or that you love. Like, I don't think that you should have to struggle with somebody unless y'all are really just grinding it out and y'all are really gonna make it together. I don't think that just forever struggle is what anyone should strive for. I think it also kind of goes into the male loneliness epidemic, because I saw this video on TikTok. Everyone has been stitching him, duetting him, all that good stuff.
Listen, some of y'all ladies gonna have to settle. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but listen, everybody can't have a perfect man out here. It ain't even enough of us around, like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, we can go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest, because every woman ain't gonna get 80-20, 100-0, whatever y'all thinking is gonna be 60-40. Some of y'all gonna have to go 50-50, and shit, y'all might gotta go 60-40 on your end with the man, just to be happy at the end of the day. Like, let's be realistic. Come on now. Somebody gonna have to settle, man. That's all I'm saying. All the straight men that's left in the world, a lot of them is in jail. A lot of them married. What do that leave left? Everybody can't have they cake and eat it too. Like, you can't have the best of the best. Sometimes you gotta just go for what you got and be happy and be grateful, because you can have nothing at the end of the day and be miserable. Come on now. J. Cole said, love yours. I gotta take this in consideration.
Because this dude was pretty much saying, hey ladies, sorry to break it to you, but you're just gonna have to settle. You're just gonna have to settle. Because all of you guys are not gonna be able to find really good guys who just treat you well, who are gonna have all this money, who's gonna be able to be emotionally intelligent and be intelligent in general, and not use weaponized incompetence, and actually be able to take care of themselves like the grown men that they are, like that sort of thing. And I just think it was kind of weird that he was just like, you have to settle. Like, we are not the best pick of the crop, but you're gonna have to take us for who we are. And all the people who were duetting, stitching, whatever, his videos, were pretty much saying that why would we settle when we can simply just be single? We're not desperate on our knees for a relationship with anyone at this point in time, especially in this economy where it's pretty much like fending for yourself with all these prices, legislations, and all this different stuff. Why would we be on our hands and knees just wanting to bend to these dudes' whims that aren't even going to elevate or sustain my current lifestyle? No, I'm not saying that I'm not saying sustain current lifestyle as in like financially. I mean, just like, if you were single and your life was hunky-dory, you work a good job, you have a really nice lifestyle, you go to the gym, different stuff like that. Like, you have routines, you have a lifestyle that you like to live. And it's not even in a financial way. You just have a nice way of life that you like to do things. And someone comes into your life and suddenly your quality of life drops. Simply because they're present. And just because like they have these bad habits that you are not used to having in your life. And now you're like stuck. That's usually what these people are talking about. Like, you don't want to be stuck in a situation where your life has now been lowered in quality. Not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, different stuff like that. Because being in certain relationships where someone just is not going to do their best can really bring you down in a lot of different ways. And people just don't want that. Why would I want that? Why would I take that? Why would I be desperate and take that when I can just keep the current lifestyle I have and be single. Like, it's just that easy. Why would I do that when I can just stay on my own, where I've already been happy for the most part? Sounds like a win-win to me. He's saying that you have to settle, and the male loneliness epidemic, when you think of male loneliness, you think of incels. You think of guys who don't like women, or who try so hard to get a girlfriend, but they just can't. And it's just kind of like,
so the reason why there's an increase in incel pages and, you know, men coming out and selling these books of like, oh, be an alpha male or do this and women will want you, is because the male loneliness epidemic has hit. The loneliest group of men are men between ages 18 to 30. Because 1 in 3 men are 18 to 30 are virgins. 1 in 3 men who are 18 to 30 never been in a relationship. Another group that's excessively lonely is middle-aged men. Yes, the men are supposed to have all the value when they get older. They're most likely to commit suicide because of their loneliness. This video got deleted. I want you to go back and watch this video on my YouTube page. Men don't ever complain about what they have access to. Men don't ever complain about what they have access to. So this is why we see like an increase of men in these groups. But one thing I want you to understand is going to get dangerous for women. Women that men want is such a small percentage of the population that they have to compete for it, and it does not work. They're going to start, I hate to say it, but abusing women, touching children, doing things like that. So it's going to get really, really bad, right? Women between the ages 30 to 44 is the largest group of women. They're the largest group of women. So I checked the census, and for every one man, it's like 9 or 10 women, right? And I found out that one of those women will be between the ages 18 to 30. One. And the rest of those women will be 30 plus. Gen Z is the smallest of women. We're the smallest of women, and that's not even if that woman has a child, if that woman is in a relationship, if she's like her race, everything. So the women that they want is such a small percentage of women. I hate to say, but they're going to start going for minors. I'm going to do a whole series on it. I can't wait. Like I broke it all the way down. But yeah, be careful.
it's pretty much that thing where like they can't get laid, or they can't find a girlfriend, but they don't change their habits. And not even changing like, oh, you have to change who you are, you have to be 6 figures, all this different stuff. Just having good, normal, moral habits.
Most of y'all are gonna have to settle. Most of y'all women are going to have to settle. I'm sorry that this is news. Like, I'm standing on business when it comes to this. Like, I don't know what in y'all right minds, or y'all wrong minds, make y'all think that y'all just gonna find these perfect men that's gonna hit on all cylinders, and they not gonna have flaws that's gonna come out. If you allow a man's flaws and not being perfect to stop you from getting an actual relationship and being happy with somebody, what kind of person are you? Like, what are you even on earth for? Be honest with yourself. Because every human being desires some type of genuine connection with somebody. They do. And if they told you they don't, they're lying. Like, who wants to be by themselves at the end of the day? Unless you was jaded already. And that's where, I think y'all getting things twisted. See, settling doesn't have to be looked at as a bad thing, just like the word submissive. A lot of people don't understand that the word settle is not a bad thing. Settle is just compromising. That's all it is at the end of the day. The words settle and compromise are literally synonyms. Like, I gotta take y'all back to school on this. It's not a bad thing to settle. It's realistic, because not everybody's gonna hit on all cylinders. That shouldn't stop you from wanting to date, though, because there's nobody perfect out there. Like, let's be realistic about this, guys, and stop getting in our feelings.
That are decent, like that are of a decent person who lives in a society. Like, it's not that hard. Like, they make it really hard. Like, oh, but I don't want to. No, I don't want to be with you. I really don't. It's hard enough already, and I don't want to make it any harder on myself. And I think that's just what women are like. We don't want to make this any harder on ourselves in this world where things are being stripped from us in the way of like legislation, autonomy. The economy is so bad. Money is low. People aren't living the quality of life that we used to live, and it's already low for so many people, and it's already so hard for so many people. Who wants to settle, be in a relationship at this point in time, and then struggle even more? It doesn't sound like a good compromise. No. But I just find it kind of weird that the male loneliness epidemic is simply just, I can't get a girlfriend, wham wham wham. Like, it's really weird. Cause like, if you just simply cannot get a girlfriend, I think sometimes you just have to reflect on yourself and really figure out why that's happening, and what you could do to possibly improve. Not saying that all women are perfect and amazing and wonderful, even though a lot of women are so wonderful, but no one is perfect. Absolutely nobody is perfect. And a lot of people have bad habits that they may want to change, they may want to fix, they may want to improve. But it's weird that men will say you just have to settle as a cop-out, pretty much, to their bad habits and their bad choices.
This whole thing about like the male loneliness epidemic pisses me off so much because like it is completely self-inflicted. The amount of men that I know that have broken up with my friends because their grandma died, like that's not a joke. Like about 5 of my friends had serious relationships that all ended because their boyfriend's grandma died and their boyfriend couldn't handle it right now. You know, more people in your life are gonna die. You know that like things are gonna go wrong in your life, and you can't just break up with someone or get a divorce whenever that happens. It's not a male loneliness epidemic. It's a male I'm too lazy to put in emotional labor epidemic. Like it's kind of a societal and patriarchal problem because y'all were never taught how to be emotionally intelligent. But when you're 21 and up, you gotta figure that shit out for yourself. Okay, come on.
And I don't think that that's right. Because you'd want me to change if I had something really bad to say, or a habit that you didn't like. But if I have something to say to you, you have every excuse and cop out in the world as to why you can't change that habit of yours. Okay, then I guess we're both not changing, and we're both gonna live really miserable lives. And we don't want that. I don't want that. You don't want that. No one wants that. No man or woman wants their life to be lowered in quality simply because someone is in your life that is not helping you elevate physically, mentally, spiritually, intellectually, different stuff like that. People want not just money. People want someone who will bring substance into their life. If you're not someone who will bring substance into somebody's life simply because you refuse to change bad habits, they don't want to settle with you. It's weird. I find it so weird. Like, that dude just like, you have to settle. I'm like, no, I don't. Because why would I not be with someone who would bring substance, love, care, and all that stuff into my life in a proper way? It just seems so strange. It's so strange. I don't know. I don't know, guys. We might just have to let them go to the other countries and find these ladies, because it's slim pickings. It truly is slim pickings. It is. I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Right now, all of us should just work on ourselves, fix things that we want to improve on, or improve on things that we like about ourselves. Live our lives, grind, do what we need to do, get our education, do our best in our jobs, and focus on ourselves right now. Especially like for me, like I'm really not looking for anything at all. Like, not really. Because I'm just trying to elevate my life while I'm still really young and turn. You feel me? But I just think everybody should work on themselves right now. I don't think we should be talking about settling and all that different stuff, at least for the younger folk. If you're older and you're really trying to settle down, hopefully you find somebody that really brings love, substance, and care into your life, and love. But the male loneliness epidemic is weird because it's just, oh, I can't get a girlfriend, oh, I can't get laid, oh, girls won't talk to me, and I'm just lonely. You can't find anything else in life that brings you joy? Kind of strange. Our passport bros don't fetishize these women. It's kind of weird. They're going to these other countries assuming that because of their culture, lack of English, that they'll somehow be more blatant and submissive to you, when really that's not the case. Anyways, I'm glad you guys liked this video. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. But if you did, please like, comment, subscribe, share, comment what you want me to talk about next, and let me know what I can do better if you like this style of me being all up in my room like this, and doing silly stuff. But yeah, other than that, I will talk to you guys next time. It's been a while since I made a video, so hopefully y'all watch this one. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.